real world, visit us on the World Wide Web at currents.net. Sponsored in part by cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at cityview.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web.
Well, folks, here we are on another Sunday night, 10 to midnight, the next 2 hours. We're going to have a lot of fun together, surfing the net here on Net Talk Live. The numbers to know are 214-787-1570 or 800-583-1570. And if you're on Southwestern Bell mobile phone, you can just use your cellular phone and hit pound 570. Remember to follow along during the show if you're on the internet through our webpage, our home site on the internet at www.nettalklive.com. That's where you follow along. We're going to be talking about some cool sites. That's how you do it. And, of course, you can chat during the show, just joining in chat and type away. You're going to have 100 other plus people to have some fun with there and chat during the show. And don't forget, you can now fax your questions at 214-528-8469. That's the best way you can fax in your questions now. And I would tell you now, the phone lines are already lit up. The numbers are 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. And, of course, I don't do this alone. I have the wonderful, the talented, and the beautiful Laura Lewis.
I feel like that. What is that we were watching last night? The Apollo.
Yeah, Showtime at the Apollo.
What's her name? Kiki. She
Kiki.
comes on.
Yeah, Kiki comes on. And
that's really funny. Anyway, welcome everybody to the show. If you're first time, you stopped, you were channel surfing, said, hey, this is a show all about the internet and the World Wide Web. And what we try to do, though, is take the language and bring it down from the highest levels it can go down to a simple level, and maybe take the simple up to the highest levels. We try to do it all for everybody.
And what we're trying to do is teach you everything you need to know about the internet and how to use it. But let me tell you some important things real quick that we're going to be doing during this show that's a little different. First off, in case you're one of our net heads, and we call you a net head because we're a triple cast. We're on television, KDFI TV. We're right here at 570 KLIF, which are, of course, is radio studios. And then we're broadcast over the internet thanks to AudioNet.com, which does, in fact, make us the world's not only first triplecast, but we're actually live.
Yeah.
So we're the world's first live triplecast, all three simultaneously. Nobody does that.
Simultaneously, that's the key.
That's the key. But more important here, today, we're going to teach you, we got a lot of email from the last show, of how to win one of these direct PC satellites. It's how you can surf the net at absolutely high speed. And let me tell you how it works. I went out on the internet and I downloaded something, which I'll tell you about later, that normally takes about an hour to, let's say, an hour and 50 minutes to download. That means load it to your computer.
That means you took a really, 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 really huge file.
Right. And transferred it from the internet to mine. And I did it on a direct PC, and it took 3 minutes, 12 seconds. These suckers are fast. It's worth $1,000. If you go to our webpage, it tells you how to enter to win one, because we're going to be giving one away. We're going to be giving away a Dallas Mavericks basketball signed by all the Mavericks. And get this, folks. You ready? We're giving away, you need to call all your buddies out there, by the way, too.
This is great. We've got some good stuff this show.
These are kind of Tuesday things. So you call your buddies, tell them to tune in, because they could probably help you win. You got to make the condition is that you get to go with them when you win, okay?
Right.
We're giving away 2 tickets, courtesy of cityview.com, 2 tickets to the Stone Temple Pilots concert. And that includes, should we say, backstage passes, and you kind of get to go to this private club, the Ice House, on November 17th with the band. It's kind of cool.
I love that.
And we're giving away 2 tickets to the Stars versus the Chicago Blackhawks hockey game. And let me tell you this, if there's a fight that breaks out in front of you, you're going to get bloody. That's how close you are to the ice.
That's what they told you, I think.
That's right. That's November 1st, so...
Here come the calls.
They're lining up. So what you got to do is tell your buddies, because there's 2 tickets to those, and they can help you win. You just got to make it mandatory that you split on it. Anyway, let me do some introductions real quick so you know who's helping us out today and who's going to answer your question. Of course, to answer those tough PC questions, we have our very own PC man, John Stewart. Hey, John, how's it going? He's got to find that button over there and
It's
hit
going great. Thanks.
You're not used to pushing your own button, are you?
No, I used to have somebody do that for me.
John's here to answer your tough questions about your PC and the internet, and of course, and we've got a very brand new person, should we say, here participating in the show. It's his very first show here, and we've got a very special tune to introduce him. His name is Gadget Guy. And because the gadget is the fun stuff, and he kind of has, should we say, kid-like fun, teaching people how to use these gadgets and stuff that you can
All the
use on
latest-
your computers and
Latest
over the internet.
technology, yes.
He is definitely a techno head, but we came up with a very good intro for him. It's a one-time intro, but here's a very special music
I
for him.
can't wait. What is it? Let's see Dave's reaction.
we had to kind of do that for him, but we call him Gadget Guy Dave Matthews. Hey, Dave.
Hello, it's Dave who likes to push his own buttons.
Even looks like a cartoon.
Be quiet, Peaches.
Oh, we got, and of course that's Phil Harvey over there chiming in every now and then saying, "Hey, web freak Phil Harvey trying to do that." Should we say wacky, whacked out dance there? Anyway, so Dave, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jovan.
And we got another personality that we're going to introduce a little later in the show. We're not going to tell you who it is real quick. But first, we're going to take an email question right off the top of the show before we get into taking your calls at 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. We're going to take an email question. And actually, we're going to go over to John Stewart. John, I know we got an email in here. And they were asking, what question was that?
Well, they have a US Robotics 28.8 Sportster. Internet America is their provider, and they're using Netscape 3.0. And when they download files from a website, the transfer rate is about 2 or 2.5K, and that seems slow. Should it be faster? Actually, to answer that question, it all depends on the website you're accessing. It's different websites are going to give you different transfer rates because of the load on their servers.
And to kind of put that down to real people language, does that mean that there's way too much information? Are there more layers on certain sites?
Right. If you have to go through a whole lot of different machines to get there, or if there's a lot of people trying to download from that machine at the same time, it's going to result in a slower download no matter what kind of connection you have.
See, I really didn't know the answer to that one. I wanted to. That's good.
Well, that's what can make it so. So I want to remind you, if you want to win one of these direct PCs, they're worth $1,000. You go to our homepage. I want to let everybody know about our homepage and how to check it out real quick. But our homepage is www.nettalklive.com. And if you go to our homepage, if you're following along on TV or following over the internet, what you do is you go right to that little direct PC logo you see there. And if you click on that logo, all you have to do is go to that logo and click it. It will give you the instructions to enter and win one of these $1,000
I was just going to say,
direct PC satellite systems.
say the value. It's $1,000.
Yes.
Can we get a camera shot of that
And
space age thing?
We got to shoot that. We got to shoot that direct
Up
PC
there.
up there, Raina, and
Right
that's
here.
what it is right there. That's kind of what it looks like, folks. And what it does is it enables you to surf the net at super high speed. I went and downloaded Internet Explorer, which normally takes about an hour and a half. Laura, I think I said this last show. It takes about an hour and a half to download to get this Internet Explorer on your computer from the internet. And instead of doing it in an hour and a half, and I've got a pretty fast computer, okay? I've got I did it on
top of the line.
I did it on a Pentium 166 computer with a 28.8 modem, and I got tons of memory in it, and it took well over an hour to do it. And then I turned around and did it on the same computer. In fact, it was a lower Pentium computer, and I did it with this direct PC satellite, and it took 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
And see, for all the newbies out there, you have to understand if you've been surfing on the net, these folks that have been, like Jovan, their goal is to get on as fast as they can.
It's to become an internet speed freak.
Which I think that's really funny. But,
That's right.
PC man, do you agree with that kind of thing?
To kind of become an internet speed freak, is that kind of what the deal is to do there, John?
Of course. The faster you can download stuff, the longer you can stay on, and pretty soon you'll just have everything that's possibly known to man on your computer. If you have a big enough hard drive.
That's right. You want to be able to do it. You want to be able to do it super fast. So go to our homepage at nettalklive.com. That's the way you do it. We're about to take some phone calls. Let me remind the people the numbers. And folks, you're going to get busy signals. That's the way it is. You're going to have to hit redial 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. Don't forget, we're giving away Stone Temple Pilots tickets to that concert. We're going to do that at 10:40, and some hockey tickets and some basketball, and we got some weird news coming up.
And other new personalities we've got.
And we got some other new personalities coming up that I'm going to introduce later on in the show. But let's
Sorry.
take a call real quick. Let's go to Carl in Oak Cliff.
Hey, Carl, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Welcome to Net Talk Live. What
Thank
can we
you.
do for you tonight?
Well, I have a 33.6 modem, a new style modem, and I want to download a file, like a modem driver, I think you call it, that will let me have my Windows 95 detect that, I want it to be 33.6 instead of 28.8.
Okay.
So
We got to say that one more time, just so I understand what
Yes.
you're asking, Carl.
I
Because
understand it.
I know you understand that, but I want to make sure I understand it. Carl, you want a what now?
I want a 33.6 modem driver.
Okay.
I want to download that so that my Windows 95 will detect my US Robotics 33.6 modem.
Ah, okay. Well, that's an easy one. Let's go over to PC Man John Stewart for that. John, where would we tell Carl to go on the net to find this?
Well, depending on the manufacturer of his modem. Carl, who made your modem?
It's a US Robotics Sportster.
Okay. Well, I did the exact same thing that you want to do probably a week or two ago when I finally figured it out. If you go to US Robotics page,
Yeah.
which is www.usr.com,
Okay.
find your they've got a file on there for Windows 95 that updates your 95 to be able to find a 33.6 modem.
Okay.
It tells you which one you want. It tells you where to put it when you download it. I believe you put it in your Windows system directory, but I wouldn't swear to that.
And so all he has to do is Carl just has to go to www.usr for usrobotics.com, John, and download that software.
Right, and then redetect your modem, and you'll be able to set it up as a 33.6.
Well, there you go, Carl. That was an easy one.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks for calling in, buddy.
Bye-bye.
And clarification for newbies out there, or for me, what was the problem?
Well,
what was going on?
John, how would you explain what exactly? He wanted to get more speed out of his modem.
Right. Windows 95 was written ages ago, so at the time 28.8 was the standard. So Windows 95 didn't know, that people would have 33.6s.
Okay.
So to actually set your modem up as a 33.6, you have to update some drivers.
See, and
Okay.
that was the next
I
system
understand.
up to do it, and that's where we have to do it. Let's take another call. Let's go to Lou in Kansas City, Missouri.
Welcome.
How you doing there, Joe? I'm listening to you on my computer here in Kansas City.
Isn't
Wow.
that pretty cool that you can do that, Lou?
Well, yeah, that's great. I tell you, I've downloaded some software, this Talker and this Traveler, where you get to talk to your computer, and you get to talk to people all over the country. You know anything about that? Or all over the world?
When you say, you mean like an internet phone where you can call through your computer?
Well, this is kind of like ham radio. I've talked to people in Australia. I've talked to people in England. It's free right now. It's in a beta version.
Uh-huh.
And it's Talker and Traveler. Traveler, you actually go into an area where you're like in a video game and you got an avatar.
Yeah.
You know anything about that?
Yeah, that's what's the name of that site? I'm trying to remember. There's a thing called it's an avatar. What
Oh,
Lou's
shoot, it was on the tip of my
what
tongue.
Lou's talking about, folks, is there's chat on the internet where you can type back and forth, and what's going on is you can now actually do it via phone or via talking, and an avatar is like a cartoon head. You kind of pick a cartoon figure and you float around in the room and can talk to people. Dave, do you happen over there to our gadget guy? Dave, do you happen to know what's the name of that site? Is it OnLive.com? OnLive.com, isn't it?
Well, the one I'm thinking about is called the Palace. And the Palace lets you create an icon for yourself, and you can walk around rooms and text chat with each other.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, and then there's a lot of places with this internet phone. So, Dave, do you think this internet phone's really going to get to any super quality? What's your take on that newest internet gadget?
The latest version of internet phone by a company called VocalTech, which you could go to www.vocaltech.com to check them out. Very, very good quality, almost CD quality.
Wow. So you think this is really going to take off, Dave? You think people are going to really get into that chatting over the internet?
The telephone companies are starting to sweat.
Well, Lou, we appreciate your phone call, buddy.
Okay, fine business, Joel. I tell you, I think it's going to take off. 2 weeks ago, if somebody told me I'd be sitting there talking to my computer with people in Australia, I wouldn't have believed them. I mean, you can download it for free. It's in beta test, and it's a whole new dimension in this whole thing.
And was that over the internet you downloaded it?
Yeah, on live. Laura was right. It's on live, and
Okay.
one of the bigger sites is called Utopia. And you go there, and you can turn into like a bug or a bird.
I think it's so cool, don't you? I love
You
it.
drop down from outer space into this world, and you get there's other skeletons or lips, or I'm a bird.
That's great.
Can the bugs
Hey, it's new. I've only been doing it for about 10 days, and most everybody on there is brand new. They've been doing it for like 3, 4, 5 days. I don't know how long it's been out, but it's if your computer's got multimedia, it's worth checking out.
All
well,
right.
Lou, we appreciate the phone call and keep listening in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, we'll do.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Bye-bye.
I think that's actually cool that people can listen to us all around the world and actually do that. I think that's
Phil was trying to say something there. What were you saying, like birds? I bet
I
you
was
were
going to say,
saying.
can the birds eat the bugs? That's all I want to know. I mean, it sounded fun and all, but
Okay, folks, I'm going to send you on a treasure hunt, so fire up your browsers. That's, of course, what you surf the net for. The prize hotline number is 214-787-1011. That's 214-787-1011. What you're going to win, okay, is you're going to win a T-shirt from City View. We got somebody here.
Phil has
Phil has one of these shirts. Let's get a shot of Phil. Phil, stand up here.
Here we go.
Let's show these people
Hey,
what this.
while he's standing up, can he do that dance that he was doing in the
Yeah,
intro?
well-
I'd like to see that again.
Come on, Phil.
That was pretty interesting.
Let's back off here. Come on.
Come on.
Anyway, you're going to get a copy of a cityview.com shirt, and you're going to get a copy of one of these mouse pads here from CityView. It's actually pretty cool. It's a
slick.
great-looking mouse pad. And you're going to get tickets, 2 tickets, all ready, to the Stone Temple Pilots, and that's November 17th. And then it's great seats. I mean, great seats, okay? And I think if these guys shake their long hair, you're going to get sweat on you. Anyway, and you get tickets to the Private Club Ice House. This is like the coolest of cool places to go, and you have to kind of be associated with the concerts and stuff to get there. Let me tell you what you need to do to win. First, you need to know the prize hotline, which is 787-1011, and I'm going to tell you, whoever's dialing it right now, you have no earthly idea what I'm going to tell you to do, so you might as well hang up on them. Anyway, go to our webpage, fire up our webpage at www.nettalklive.com. Go to our webpage, okay? And then what you're going to do is click on Hot Sites. There's a little button down there that says Hot Sites. By the way, folks, that's our brand spanking new webpage. And when you click on the Hot Sites, it's going to go through and you're going to see Treasure Hunt. That's cityview.com. Cityview.com. Ready for this? The first caller that calls at 787-1011 at cityview.com and can tell me where the photograph of Laura Lewis. Find the photo of Laura Lewis and be the first one to call at 787-1011, and you're going to get tickets to Stone Temple Pilots.
And all sorts of other goodies.
And a bunch of other goodies go with it. By the way, every caller today gets one of those cityview.com T-shirts
great.
and a mouse pad.
They're
They
very
get
nice
a great
shirts.
T-shirt and a great mouse pad. Anyway, they're pretty cool. Let's go to Greg in Euless.
Hey, Greg, welcome to Net Talk Live tonight.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Well,
How about you?
We're doing great, thanks. Just hanging out.
You look great.
Thanks. What can we do for you tonight?
I just want to know, whenever I ask people about this Packard Bell computers, I always get a laugh. Is there anything wrong with Packard Bell computers?
There is. You know what? I'm going to answer that one real easy, Greg. You've heard on the show before that we, at different times, different people have different opinions regarding Packard Bell. Packard Bell actually Packard Bell actually owns is the second largest should we say consumer computer bought in the world, okay? It's the second most popular consumer computer in the world. The bottom line is, Greg, that in some instances on Packard Bell machines, you can't really upgrade them the way you need to upgrade at times to keep up with the internet community or all the stuff that's coming out. So at sometimes you could be stuck on not being able to get an upgrade, and they create some conflicts with other things. You know what? If it's your first computer, or you're getting an upper end computer, it's fine. But if you're a techno person, you will find that the Packard Bell computer is not the computer of choice for somebody who's really one of these geeks or techno guys. So Greg, you're safe. We didn't mean to be beating up on Packard Bell. It just kind of happens, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Don't take it personal. We didn't mean it.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot,
Okay.
Greg. You're fine.
Bye-bye.
It's real interesting, Laura. You know, we get email and we get questions on that. People going and heard it before.
Jovan?
Yeah, fire away, John.
Somebody here in chat made a real good point about Packard Bells, that they'll teach you how to troubleshoot.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
You'll
point.
get a lot of practice troubleshooting.
Am I correct, John? That
John.
I feel a joke coming on.
Oh, no. I'm
Saved by the bell.
I'm going to leave that one. When we come back, we're going to take you to some hot sites on the internet. We're going to take you to one called Big Book. We're going to show you how to choose an internet service provider. We're going to take you to E-Online. That's E-Online.
Cool.
And we're going to take you to a real cool salon site. That's all when Net Talk Live returns.
The latest weather conditions and forecast when you want it. Call 4 In Touch 24 hours a day at 299-FOX-4.
Monday on Good Day Dallas, a guy who lost 200 pounds.
Amazing but true. Larry North will talk to him, and Larry's going to take your phone calls as well.
We're also going to taste wines from Spain.
And a controversial former FBI agent, Gary Aldrich. He's written a scathing book about Bill and Hillary Clinton.
All that and more Monday on Good Day Dallas.
Change your dial, you'll change your life.
Good morning, good morning. Hi, this is Kevin McCarthy on 570 KLIF, home of the Talk Team. Have you heard? If you change your dial, you'll change.
570 KLIF, the Talk Team.
Tired of hearing the same wimpy top 40 oldies over and over on the Arrow? Try 92.5 KZPS for real classic rock, the music you grew up with.
92.5 KZPS, where every song's a classic.
Listen to 92.5 KZPS for nothing but great classic rock.
We were looking for our first refrigerator.
I needed a new washer and dryer.
We remodeled our entire kitchen.
For over 45 years, people have found the best top brand appliances at guaranteed low prices at Circuit City. Right now, all Maytag washers, dryers, and dishwashers are on sale. And all KitchenAid, Profile, and Whirlpool designer-style refrigerators are on sale, too. There's only one place to go for your new appliances.
Circuit City.
The official appliance store of NASCAR.
For ordinary pain, I take an ordinary pain reliever. But for all the pain of my period, I take Maximum Pain Relief Pamprin. I'll start with one medicine for pain, but Pamprin adds a second, plus a medicine for bloating. Pamprin is period relief that's more complete.
Arthritis, bursitis, aches and pains, you need new Flexall Ultra Plus. Flexall Ultra Plus has 3 clinically confirmed pain relievers for ultra-fast, ultra-strong, ultra-long relief. New Flexall Ultra Plus, more relief for more kinds of pain.
Rules are made to protect us, but sometimes they hurt more than they help.
John Bradshaw shows how misguided rules prevented a special child from realizing his dreams and a husband from comforting his ailing wife.
You were a sexual threat to them.
Best-selling author, lecturer, counselor John Bradshaw brings his unique perspective to a brand new talk show.
When rules don't make sense, the sensible thing is to change them.
Make a difference in your life on the next Bradshaw Difference.
Monday at noon on Hot TV 27.
It's the world's first live triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. Sponsored in part by Downlink Technologies 2, North Texas's premier distributor and installer of DirectPC. Don't settle for the information highway when you can have the information Autobahn. DirectPC, it's the internet, just 28 times faster. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call.
Well, there we were with a city view of Jeff's back view on the back of his shirt. Don't forget, we're doing a treasure hunt for tickets to Stone Temple Pilots by going to cityview.com and finding the face of the beautiful Laura Lewis.
Playing my favorite musician of all time.
Oh,
Peter
that's right,
Gabriel.
Peter Gabriel.
This is it, yes.
We did it on a show. Isn't that one of the celebrities you'd love to meet?
Yes, actually it is.
That's Laura's dream, folks. So remember our email address, nettalk@nettalklive.com. If you want to make Laura a happy person, you figure out how she can meet Peter Gabriel. Pull some strings.
Just dinner.
Let her meet Peter Gabriel. That's her thing. Give us a call, 214-787-1570 or 800-583-1570. And folks, I just have to apologize because the lines are going to be busy. That's the way it goes right here on nettalklive.com because popular show, people want to get in. We're having fun. Don't forget to go to our webpage at nettalklive.com. You can join chat as well. But I want to remind you on our webpage, I want to tell you where to go on our webpage because we're giving away one of those direct PCs. You know, these direct PCs is where you can really become a speed freak on the internet. This is really kind of a geeky product. But I think everybody's going to want one. But it's how you get stuff back from a satellite over the internet. And basically, Laura, what it does is it makes the internet about 28 times faster. I mean, it's super, 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 super I'd have to say it 28 times. You get my point. Anyway, it's 28 times faster. Yeah, if I would have said it 28 times, what would you have done? Anyway, it's internet. It's super fast speed. It's worth $1,000. Go to our homepage. Now, our homepage is www.nettalklive.com. It's our brand new homepage. And go to the Direct PC, of course, Downlink Technologies too, Direct PC, one of our new sponsors for Net Talk Live here. They're an absolutely incredible sponsor, and they're giving away one of these fantastic $1,000 Direct PC satellite systems. Just click on that Direct PC. Guys, let's show people in TV land. If you click on it, let's kind of show them what happens. You click on the Direct PC button, and you actually kind of go to a script, where you'll fill it in, and what will happen is you'll actually fill out the form. Okay, you'll fill out a form there that will allow you to enter in where you can get one of these Direct PCs over the internet. We were kind of showing one of our hot sites there anyway. But you can fill it out, fill out the 5 little blanks. It automatically emails it to us, and you may win one of these $1,000 Direct PC satellite systems. Don't forget to do that.
I might also mention, later on we're going to have the Computer Currents News with the editor, one of our newest additions to the staff. And also Scott Kelton-Jones from the Met. He'll be later on, which is always a highlight to our show in the second hour.
Anyway, it's time for an email question. And I just want to take a quick email question before we take a caller here. And Dave, I understand you had kind of an email on this one. Somebody was asking about some equipment or stuff. Dave, what was that email there you had?
Jovan, I got a message from Ron Pitts. Ron has a Packard Bell computer.
Yes, a Packard Bell, huh?
It's the infamous Bell again. It's a 4625, so he's got a little old technology there. But this guy's put a 28.8 modem in it, a 2 gig hard drive, and 36 megs of RAM. He says he's having trouble pulling up web pages and downloading. What do you think could cause this problem?
So he's got a 486 SX25, but he's got all the other fast modems and stuff on it and all that memory and stuff?
That's right. He's putting some big computers to shame with all this.
Oh, and I see where he says, I watch your show every week. Keep up the good work. That's great. So what would you recommend here for Mr. Ron Pitts?
2 things he could do. The first thing is pretty inexpensive. For a couple $100, he could get a new, what's called Overdrive Processor by Intel. This will quadruple the speed of what he's running at right now. Next thing he could do is, since he has such good hardware, in addition to the motherboard, he could just buy a new motherboard and then get up to a full Pentium.
And what would that cost approximately?
That's a good question, Laura. The motherboard could be like a $400-500 upgrade.
Yeah, he could get the P200 for about $1,200. No problem.
Is that a joke?
No, that's serious.
With PCs, the sky is the limit. So for a couple $100, he could get in pretty good shape.
He could actually get one of the other ones. Anyway, okay, let's take another call. Let's go to Jim in Irving.
Hey, Jim. Welcome to Net Talk Live.
Hello. Nice to see y'all.
Hey, thanks for joining the show.
Nice to hear you.
Okay.
What can we do for you tonight?
Okay, I got a question. I have a device called a Snappy. I don't know if y'all have heard of it, but it captures images from video cameras. And what I'm trying to do is use it in a can you see me type atmosphere. Do y'all have any recommendations for that?
You mean you have one of those little snappy devices that snaps a photograph?
Right.
And you want to see if you can use it as a web camera?
Right.
That's an interesting question. How would you answer that, Davo?
I can answer that this way. The Snappy is a great still image picture capture device. You can't video conference with it, but take a camcorder or a VCR tape, and the Snappy will take that in a hurry.
That's, Jim, we're going to see if we can't. You can't use it as a camera, can he, Dave?
He can use it as a still camera.
As a still camera on it. So there you go, Jim. You can't actually use it as a live camera, but you can snap photos of yourself and throw it up over the net. When we come back, we've got some news of the weird with our very own web freak. He's sitting over there in the corner, Mr. Phil Harvey, when Net Talk Live returns.
On the next Geraldo Rivera Show.
It sounds too outrageous to believe, like the plot of some far-fetched Hollywood thriller, but is the CIA selling crack? In some of our nation's most drug-infested neighborhoods, it's not such a far-fetched notion at all. Think of all the innocent lives destroyed by crack. Ask yourselves, could our own government have been involved in this? We'll try to get to the bottom of the connection between crack and the CIA. We'll do that on the next Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at 1 on Hot TV 27.
The information you need when you want it. Call Internet America's 4 in Touch at 299-FOX-4. The latest news, sports, and weather reports free, 24 hours a day. Last night's lottery numbers, today's horoscopes, or the interactive town center when you want it. Call Internet America's 4 in Touch at 299-FOX-4. Sponsored by 1-800-BE-A-GEEK Internet America.
Worried that someone you know has a drinking problem? Watch for these signs. Lies about drinking. Performs poorly at work. Tries to stop drinking but can't. Avoids family and friends. Accelerates use of alcohol. Suffers memory lapses. Loses control. If you have a problem with alcohol, Charter can help. Call Charter at 1-800-CHARTER. If you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
Crunch time. Sports Radio 1310, The Ticket.
You did get the check today, the $15 million. Now, what do you do with a $15 million check?
No, you didn't take no steroids, did you? Huh?
Emmitt Smith gets his money, but as always, Emmitt Smith shows that he is a team man first.
They are jokes. Just joking. How thick a skull do you have?
In your face. Sports Radio 1310, The Ticket.
What's hot tomorrow?
Hot TV.
On Hot TV 27. Tomorrow night at 7 on Poltergeist The Legacy. A man from the Dark Ages turns up, and it's up to the legacy to find out why. Then at 8, Ryan sets evil spirits free while researching a crime. And it's up to Mitch to help her send them back on Baywatch Nights tomorrow night at 8. If it's hot, you've got to watch. Hot TV 27 tomorrow night. Dallas Stars Hockey. Cold ice. Cool game. Hot TV 27.
Wednesday night at 6:30, Pat Verbeek is red hot, and the Red Wings will feel his heat when the Stars burn a trail to Detroit. The Dallas Stars are ready for the Detroit Red Wings.
Are you ready for Stars Hockey?
Wednesday night at 6:30. It's Dallas Stars Hockey. Cold ice. Cool game. Hot TV 27.
It's the world's first live triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with Cyber Babe and your co-host Laura Lewis. PC Man, John Stewart. Gadget Guy, Dave Matthews. Web Freak, Phil Harvey. Internet News Reporter, Leanne Harriet. Cyber reporter Scott Kelton Jones, and your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communication superstore. Communication Expo, sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world. Visit us on the World Wide Web at currents.net. Sponsored in part by cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at cityview.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call.
Well, folks, we're back with Net Talk Live. Having some fun with you, telling you everything you need to know about the internet and how to use it, answering your questions. Remember, you can call in 214-787-1570 or 800-583-1570. It's myself, the beautiful Laura Lewis, and we got a whole cadre of character hairs to answer your question.
What was that?
Characters, hairs. I sounded like
we had a bunch of people hanging out today.
I gave away my Arkansas roots. I messed it up there, and now they really know I'm a hillbilly. And I slipped.
Jovan to them.
That's terrible.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's get on with it, shall we?
Oh no, they're playing my song. It's because I said hairs. You know what I did? Well, you know, I slip every now and then, and it's real funny when I make a mistake like that. Here comes that music.
It's sort of a haunting thing.
Anyway, let me tell you what you're doing. Speaking of cityview.com, you need to go to cityview.com on the internet, cityview.com, and find the beautiful face of Laura Lewis. Find that face sitting in a page somewhere, and you're going to win tickets to Stone Temple Pilots.
So bizarre
That's
that you
tickets.
guys do that to me every week. Anyway.
You know, everybody likes to hunt for your face on the internet.
It's a great site, by the way.
It is a cool site.
City
It's absolutely
View?
fantastic.
Cool. Very,
we have
very
a lot
nice.
of fun there. Anyway, you know, it's kind of time now. We've done a new segment in the show, and we kind of call it our Weird News on the Net. He's our very own net freak, our very own web freak. But before we take some calls, we're going to go to that web freak because he's been doing some investigating on the internet, trying to find all the weird stuff that's out there.
I love the weird stuff.
Last week, while inspecting a van at the Mexican border, U.S. Customs agents found an ice chest and a water cooler filled with 12,700 dead scorpions. A spokesman for the agency, Roger Mayer, speculated that the scorpions might be used as southwestern motif decorations, like paperweights. Although Mayer admitted he had never seen such a case before, he said that this was not unusual, or the most unusual thing he'd ever seen. Mayer said, "We've had cases of people who tried to smuggle live snakes in their pants." Trouser snakes, folks. In Toledo, Ohio, the Toledo, Ohio suburb of Ottawa Hills, the police suspect that the death of Chuck Carable was done accidentally during an act of autoeroticism. How did he die? Ottawa Hills Police Chief Ron Jorn said that apparently Carable used a dispenser attached to the wall and completely wrapped himself from head to toe in duct tape. When police first found the duct tape body, they thought it was the body of a woman, since only the feet, which were clad in high-heeled shoes, were exposed. You know, Jovan, dressing up like a woman every now and then is okay, but that duct tape thing, man, that's weird. It's weird. I don't know what to think of that.
I am so glad he's not in my room.
Here I go. I don't know what it is about Phil and duct tape, but he kind of thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, let's take a quick call. Let's go to Diane in Arlington.
Hey, Diane. Welcome to Net Talk Live.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay.
How about yourself?
Nice to have a woman calling in. Last week it was monopolized by men. Thanks for giving us a call.
I have a question.
Okay.
We are using iAmerica for our internet server. And recently upgraded the Netscape to 2.02 version. And now all we get is a general protection default in our 256-1024 driver. And nobody can tell me what this is, and nobody can tell me how to fix it.
Okay,
Unfortunately, I'm using a Packard Bell.
Say the short problem real quick. You're getting an error.
General protection default.
Okay. And
in Netscape.
And it says?
General protection default in module 256-1024.drv at 0007.
Oh, I know which one that is.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that means that you left your Pepsi on top of the machine too long. No. Okay, John, this one's for you, man. I've never heard one like this before. Can you?
I love GPF questions.
You're a PC man, so how would we answer this for Diane in Arlington?
Well, the folks in chat say it's a video driver, and just to reload the video driver, and the problem should go away. It sounds like, what version of Windows is it, 95 or 3.1?
3.1.
Okay, it sounds just like you're just having some kind of a conflict with your video driver for some reason. And
so how would she reload the video driver, John?
You should, well, it's a Packard Bell, right?
Yes.
So
be nice, John.
I'm just trying to think.
Be nice.
Most times when you buy a computer system, you get a whole bunch of little books and discs and everything, and it would have the software for the monitor, and the video card. Does Packard Bell have a website? Does anybody know?
pbell.com.
Hey, I would go there.
What was that, Dave?
www.pbell.com.
Okay.
And she could also try changing just the resolution of the screen. Sometimes in a high-res mode, Netscape will freak out.
Well, how would okay, she knows how. You know how to do that, right?
Yeah, I'm already in a low-res mode.
Great. Okay. I was going to say, if he told me to do that, I'd go, what?
I'm see if I can find it here. I can't find anything. So,
okay.
So just to reload the driver, John, is really just the best thing to do. She's already gone to you said change the resolution, right, Dave?
Yeah. Like if she's at 640 by 480, go to the next higher resolution, 800 by 600.
And try that. And, John, then you say if that doesn't work, then to reload the driver, right?
Right.
And so she should have that disk. How old's your computer, Diane?
It's I don't know, a couple years.
Okay, well, that's easy. I mean, go back to your computer box, see if you can find the little disc that's marked video driver and try that. If not, just go to the Packard Bell site, and they should have where you can download from the internet the driver for that computer, and maybe that'll wipe out your problem.
Okay, what was the site again?
Packard, is it pb.com or packardbell.com?
P-Bell.
pbell.com.
pbell.com. Just try that on the internet, Diane, and hey, send us an email at nettalk@nettalklive.com and let us know if that solved your problem.
I will do.
Thanks a lot, Diane.
So much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Diane.
You know, it's really interesting that all these folks are chatting. We're doing this show, and I looked over a computer here, and we've got those guys, and they're searching on computers to find an answer. And there was somebody actually on chat following along with the show that had a good, quick answer. That we appreciate that for all the guys there on chat that are making it happen and everything. Let's see if we can take a quick call. Let's go to Al in Bedford.
Hey, Al, welcome to the show tonight. How are you doing?
Gang. I've been watching your program now for about 5 weeks. Although I'm a Mac user, I enjoy your program.
Me too.
Well, thank you very much. You know, Laura's a Mac user.
I'm Mac too.
I think a lot of your problems from your callers would be solved by just getting a Mac.
See, there's that confidence. There's that confidence.
What I call about was,
you know, Al, they sent us the new tune for Macintosh. We got it here in the studio.
Jovan.
That's not nice.
That is not nice.
Oh, Al, I have to play with those Mac people.
Us people in Macintosh calls Windows 95 Macintosh 88.
Oh.
I've heard that one before. I like
That's
that.
pretty good. I didn't hear that one.
Well, that call wasn't listening to your program. A lot of people are calling in. You give them websites and so forth. And I'd like to just touch base very shortly on Internet etiquette or protocol.
Oh, there you go.
Fire away, Al. You've got the platform.
Well, I'm retired now, and I've been on the Internet for about 4 years, and I am on that thing 5 hours every day, 7 days a week.
Great.
And what are we getting here as far as going to protocol, which I call protocol, is people are asking me same dumb, well, I don't want to call them dumb, questions over and over again on the Internet, and they are getting spammed like you cannot believe.
You got to explain spam for our newbies out there, Al.
That's right.
They're not making sandwiches for each other. What are they doing?
Well, that's for people who really don't know what they're doing, and the users that are on there that are not neophytes, just send them email that just loads them down and tells them, if you don't know what you're doing, get off of this, get off of that.
So it's like email, hate mail.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, your program is fantastic in teaching people, and I thought maybe you could give, or Mr. PC could give an advice of how to get a book or get a course or something on the protocol or etiquette.
Well, if I had to give you 5 more seconds here to give your phrase that you're going to tell our hundreds of thousands of people out there about the Internet, what would you tell them to do, real quick?
I would tell them to keep my mouth shut until I learned what I know what I was doing.
Or better yet.
Sounds like a geek to me.
We appreciate that, Al. Hey, remember, this is your show. You call in, you speak your mind, you ask your questions. When we come back, we're going to teach you how to choose an Internet service provider. We're going to take you to a site that does that. And coming up, we have the Computer Currents Internet News. We will be right back.
On the next heat of the night.
We got 2 people shot at the Cross County Roadhouse.
Never ends.
Another senseless crime.
2 people for $90.
Has Althea troubled.
What are we doing here?
Asking for a better life.
Your eyes look red.
It's nothing.
For her family.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave.
In the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
Now, after you've finished an ice-cold Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper, chill out at a Dallas Stars hockey game. Take any Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper can to the Reunion Arena box office. Get $5 off all November home games. Cold ice, cool game, Hot TV. $5 off great hockey action. Brought to you by Hot TV 27, Fox 4, the Dr. Pepper Bottling Company of Texas, WBAP News Talk 820, and KPlex. Call 214-GO-STARS for more information.
99 cents, less than $1 a day, gets you 150 channels of exciting programming and includes all the hottest movie channels, sports, news, and weather, plus over 30 commercial-free music channels. All for only 99 cents a day. Call Home Entertainment Systems, 1-800-664-7890. Don't be confused. We finance, we install, usually within 48 hours, but you have to make the call. 1-800-664-7890. Call now and receive $200 cash from DirecTV. No tricks, no hidden charges, and we finance. 99 cents a day. Call now. 1-800-664-7890.
Hot TV asks, do you know which? Which witch flies on a big brown broom? Which witch drives a big ugly tank? Which witch casts a spell with the twitch of her nose? Which witch downs brew when things get rough? Which witch has a meddling mother? Which witch is the meddling mother? Two witches, a bag full of tricks. A double dose of Mama's Family brewed around Bewitched. Weeknights at 5 on KDFI Hot TV 27.
Hi, Mike. What are you reading?
Well, something of pro sports.
Mike, the library's closing.
Already?
The more you read, the more you score, like a trip to Disney World. And savings bonds for college, compliments of your local Lincoln Mercury dealers that continue to be a proud sponsor of Read for the Stars. Visit them today for more information.
The Dallas Cowboys are going to make fried fish out of the Miami Dolphins.
And you're invited to the cook-off.
Before the game, Fox 4 hooks an inside look on how the Cowboys plan to bait the Dolphins.
And since Florida's my old stomping ground, I've got home field advantage.
You won't want to miss Barry and Jimmy head-to-head.
And me, reeling in the big catch.
It's Showdown in South Florida with Mike Ducey, Saturday at 6 on Hot TV 27.
It's the world's first live triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. Sponsored in part by Downlink Technologies 2, North Texas's premier distributor and installer of DirectPC. Don't settle for the information highway when you can have the information Autobahn. DirectPC, it's the internet, just 28 times faster. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call.
Well, we're giving you a tour of the internet and the World Wide Web. You're participating in Net Talk Live. If you've just joined us, welcome to the show. We're radio on TV on the internet. No, we're TV on radio. No, wait. We're the internet on TV. What are we, Laura?
Everything. Everything. How can we get more interactive?
We're the first, world's first. There it is. It's the triple cast thing. We're the world's very first live triple cast. Believe it or not, even to our skeptics out there, we are the world's first triple cast and the world's first live triple cast. And that's two different things.
And it's simultaneous. That's where the...
That's right. What happens is we're sitting here in a radio station doing this show at 570 KLIF, and of course then it goes out over these cameras that send it out to KDFI television, and then the signal is sent out at the internet worldwide. And we have people all around the world listening to the show. We took a call from Missouri. We got one coming up from Carlsbad, California.
Oh, great.
But I want to take an email question real quick. You know, you can email us during the show, nettalk@nettalklive.com. Send us your email, nettalk@nettalklive.com. If you have a question, you want to see something in the show, let us know. And don't forget to go to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. That's our homepage. If you click the Direct PC button, you're going to find this form. And on that form, you fill it out, and you can win one of those $1,000 Direct PC satellite systems.
Pretty
you could
cool.
win one absolutely free if you just go back to our homepage and fill it out, and you could win one of those incredible systems. It's going to be done in a drawing. All the instructions are right there how to do it. Just fill in the blanks, and you may be a satellite PC surfing speed freak here.
And by
real
the
quick.
way, before anybody forgets, I really do want to address the netiquette later on in the show. Etiquette on the internet. I really would love for us to discuss that later on when I can jump in. We've got so much to cover, but it's such a great question because people out there that are new to the net need to know there is a protocol that you got to follow. For example,
we got an email just the other day from a friend of ours.
Yes.
That she had just gotten on the net.
Right.
And she sent us email, and I won't say her name, Merrily. I mean, I won't say her name. And she typed
She's
her
gonna get you.
you know how it goes. She typed her email in all caps.
Right.
Well, in internet terms, what that means is you're yelling.
You're yelling. Excuse me? It means you're yelling at the person you're sending your email to.
It means you're yelling when you type in all caps. So don't type in all caps because in internet terms that means you're yelling.
Unless you want to yell.
That's right. Unless you want to yell, then type in all caps. Anyway, let's take an email question here. We've got an email question. This one comes from G. Wiles. Wiles, I guess I'm saying this correct, says, I need help. My Windows 95 program will no longer shut down. What I mean is that when I go to start and click on the shutdown, it goes to the screen that says, wait for Windows to shut down, But instead of doing that, it just is where it says it's okay to turn off. It says it no longer says it's okay to turn off the computer, and all I get is a flashing cursor at the top left-hand corner. Do you know what has happened? Any suggestions will be greatly appreciated. By the way, I love your show, Gail Weil in Aubrey, Texas.
Gay Weil.
I'm sorry, Gay Weil in Aubrey, Texas.
Yeah.
And of course, to answer that question, we've got only a new personality in the show. He's kind of a Windows 95 expert, a Microsoft expert. He is our very own, we call him Webhead. His name is Mark Markham.
Where is he? Anyway?
Let's kind of show Mark Markham there. He's our Webhead. Hey, how's it going, Mark? We got you live?
We got to punch his button in there.
There it is.
Get real close.
I have to use the right finger.
You know, I have to, Mark, you have to look up here at us. We have to give Mark his due. Turn that camera back on Mark. Mark, you and Jeff and Brandon did an excellent brand new NetTalk site.
Thank you.
This is the man that
Thank you.
created the brand new NetTalk
Hooray.
site that you look at, and that is absolutely fantastic. He created it and made it happen. So, Mark, this is for you.
And his team.
And Jeff and Brandon, who made it happen. They pulled out all kinds of streams.
Yeah, they did.
To create that fantastic new NetTalk site. You need to check it out at www.nettalklive.com. So, Mark, Mr. Webhead, how would you answer this question that Gay is having problems? How would you answer it?
Well, actually, it's kind of familiar because just a couple weeks ago, I ran into the exact same situation with my own computer at the house. It's really fairly easy. There's a couple things, and I must tell that I cheated. I had to call Microsoft to find out the answer to this. But it's easy. There's a file called suhdlog.txt in your root directory. And don't ask me to spell it. Look for it. It's real easy. It's suhdlog.txt in your root directory. And if you'll delete that and reboot your computer, when you shut it back down, it'll be fixed. And if not, just simply load the service pack up from Microsoft and you're good to go.
Well, there you go, Gay. Hopefully that'll answer your question. We're going to hear more from Webhead Mark Markham when we come back. Turn that camera on Leanne. Leanne's sitting there. It's going to be her turn coming up soon. You're going to hear from Leanne in Computer Currents. We're going to have some fun with the Computer Currents Internet News coming up and more of Mark Markham. Mr. Webhead, we'll be right back.
For the latest local news, when you want it, call 4 in Touch 24 hours a day at 299-FOX-4.
Monday on Good Day Dallas, a guy who lost 200 pounds.
Amazing but true. Larry North will talk to him, and Larry's going to take your phone calls as well.
We're also going to taste wines from Spain.
And a controversial former FBI agent, Gary Aldrich. He's written a scathing book about Bill and Hillary Clinton.
All that and more Monday on Good Day Dallas.
The information you need when you want it. Call Internet America's 4 in Touch at 299-FOX-4. The latest news, sports, and weather reports. Free, 24 hours a day. Last night's lottery numbers, today's horoscopes, or the interactive town center when you want it. Call Internet America's 4 in Touch at 299-FOX-4. Sponsored by 1-800-BE-A-GEEK Internet America.
What's hot tomorrow? Hot TV. On Hot TV 27. Tomorrow night at 7 on Poltergeist the Legacy. A man from the Dark Ages turns up, and it's up to the Legacy to find out why. Then at 8, Ryan sets evil spirits free while researching a crime. And it's up to Mitch to help her send them back on Baywatch Nights tomorrow night at 8. If it's hot, you've got to watch. Hot TV 27 tomorrow night. Dallas Stars Hockey. Cold ice. Cool game. Hot TV 27.
Wednesday night at 6:30, Pat Verbeek is red hot, and the Red Wings will feel his heat when the Stars burn a trail to Detroit. The Dallas Stars are ready for the Detroit Red Wings.
Are you ready for Stars Hockey?
Wednesday night at 6:30. It's Dallas Stars Hockey. Cold ice. Cool game. Hot TV 27.
CJ Parker. She's got what it takes to light the beach on fire. Catch her this season in all new episodes of Baywatch. Do you have what it takes? Enter the Baywatch Search Contest and find out. 26 finalists will appear in a Baywatch episode, and one will win our grand prize. A featured role in a Baywatch music video and a modeling contract from John Robert Powers. To sign up, just register at a nearby Glamour Shots location or call toll-free 1-888-41-MODEL for details.
On the next heat of the night.
Got 2 people shot at the Cross County Roadhouse.
Never ends.
Another senseless crime.
2 people for $90.
Has Althea troubled,
What are we doing here?
asking for a better life
Your eyes look red.
It's nothing.
for her family
Oh, what a tangled web we weave.
in the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
We're back with the world's first live triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. Brought to you by KDFI Hot TV Channel 27, 570 KLIF, the talk team, and AudioNet, the broadcast network on the internet.
Well, here we are surfing the net with Net Talk Live. And pretty soon we're going to be headed into the second hour, so get your redollar ready. The numbers to know are 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. We're here to answer your questions, everything you need to know about the internet and how to use it. It's myself, a bunch of geeks, and one great-looking cyber babe. How do you feel being in the all this hot room? Well, actually,
it is warm in here, and I'm trying to look very fallish tonight.
What do you got on there? We have to see your fashions real quick. We got to do it real quick so we can get to the next segment. There's Laura's newest little outfit.
Here.
We kind of all kind
See,
of.
that's like that Kiki on Apollo thing.
Well, there you go. You got to do your Kiki thing.
Hey, Jovan, maybe we could do a newbie fashion show or something some evening.
That would be good. I wonder if all newbies dress like that. John, what do you think?
I think that they wear clothes. Usually.
I always appreciate my co-host in here in hip boots. Anyway. In the next segment, of course, we have the internet news with computer currents coming up, and we have, of course, what am I trying to say here? Scott Kelton-Jones from the Met coming up. But we introduced you to, and I'm going to send you on a treasure hunt in the next segment for Mavericks basketball, and we got the tickets to the Star. But let's go back to Mark Markham. Mark is our new personality on the show. He is now officially Net Talk Live's webhead. You okay over there, Mark?
I'm fine.
Okay, well, it's your turn, man, so we can kind of introduce you to the public. We're going to tell them what your 10 favorite sites are. Let's fire away and do it in 1 minute.
Well, hello out there, netheads. Thank you again, Joe Juan, for the introduction. You almost made us blush.
You did a great job. You deserved it.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Good evening, Laura.
Good evening, Mark.
Top 10 favorite sites for me. This is my personal favorite, so if you're expecting high techno, forget it. You have to call me at home to get that. The first one for me is what I consider the best ISP in Dallas-Fort Worth. That's an internet service provider for those of you that don't know. They're real helpful. They're great people. If you can find them at www.computech.net. And they're really good people. They're real kind. They're not credit card hungry, which one of the things that turns me off about websites. The next one I have is a guy that actually is my mentor, the man that taught me everything I know about the World Wide Web and designing websites and development. And that's at let's see, that's where's my notes? Counterpoint.computech.net. And this would be the Counterpoint Consortium. The next one that I have is the Internet Development Online. This is a great magazine that Microsoft puts out for us developers to read and keep up with new technologies and stuff out on the internet to keep everything moving forward in the active arena of the internet. And we'll get into ActiveX and active stuff later on. And speaking of ActiveX, there's also the Active Extra Press, which kind of coordinates a lot of different sites from all over. There's Carl and Gary's Virtual Basic site, Windows95.com for my favorite shareware.
And so how many is that? That's 4. Let's see, that's 5. When we come back, we're gonna chime back in with Mark, and we're gonna get to his other 5 sites, and then we're gonna be going to Leanne Harriet, the editor of Computer Currents, coming up in the Internet Computer Currents News when we return right after this.
On the next heat of the night.
Got 2 people shot at the Cross County Roadhouse.
Never ends.
Another senseless crime.
2 people for $90.
Has Althea troubled,
What are we doing here?
asking for a better life
Your eyes look red.
It's nothing.
for her family
Oh, what a tangled web we weave.
in the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
Some fans think hockey comes naturally to Mike Madonna. The fact is, it took a lifetime of commitment, years of hard work, and countless practice shots.
Cold ice, cool game, hot TV.
Is this in my contract?
The hottest shot is Stars Hockey on Hot TV 27. Hot TV asks, do you know which witch? Which witch flies on a big brown broom? Which witch drives a big ugly tank? Which witch casts a spell with the twitch of her nose? Which witch downs brew when things get rough? Which witch has a meddling mother? Which witch is the meddling mother? Two witches, a bag full of tricks. A double dose of Mama's Family brewed around Bewitched. Weeknights at 5 on KDFI Hot TV 27. What's hot this fall? On Hot TV 27. Mondays are hot nights.
Poltergeist and Baywatch nights.
Tuesdays are hot effects.
FX the series. And 2.
Wednesdays are hot flicks.
The primetime action movie.
Thursdays are mighty hot.
Hercules and Xena.
And Fridays are hot bods.
Bounty Hunters and Sinbad.
If it's hot, you've got to watch.
Hot TV.
Hot TV 27.
Now, after you've finished an ice-cold Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper, chill out at a Dallas Stars hockey game. Take any Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper can to the Reunion Arena box office. Get $5 off all November home games. Cold ice, cool game, hot TV. $5 off great hockey action. Brought to you by Hot TV 27, Fox 4, the Dr. Pepper Bottling Company of Texas, WBAP News Talk 820, and KPlex. Call 214-GO-STARS for more information.
Hi, Mike. What are you reading?
Well, something of pro sports.
Mike, the library's closing.
Already?
The more you read, the more you score, like a trip to Disney World and savings bonds for college. Compliments of your local Lincoln Mercury dealers that continue to be a proud sponsor of Read for the Stars. Visit them today for more information.
It's the world's first live triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with Cyber Babe and your co-host Laura Lewis. PC Man, John Stewart. Gadget Guy, Dave Matthews. Web Freak, Phil Harvey. Internet news reporter, Leanne Harriet. Cyber reporter, Scott Kelton Jones, and your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communication superstore. Communication Expo, sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world. Visit us on the World Wide Web at currents.net. Sponsored in part by cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at cityview.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call.
Well, there they are, and they're busy on those phone lines, getting your calls ready to put you on the air. We apologize for the busy signals. That's just kind of the way it goes when you dial 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. That's just kind of the way it is, Laura, isn't it? It just kind of happens, doesn't it?
That's right.
What do we got coming up in this hour?
We've got Scott Kelton Jones. He's our own cyber reporter, which it's certainly one of my highlights of the show. And also beautiful Leanne Harriet, editor of Computer Currents News, and whatever else. We're giving away an autographed basketball from the Dallas Mavericks,
Dallas
correct?
Mavericks basketball. We got 2 more tickets to the Stars, right?
Don't forget Cyber Date.
Oh yeah, we got to do a cyber date here. We're gonna turn the camera on one of our own and see if we can't get him his very own cyber date.
Keith Talbot.
Keith, we're gonna get Keith a cyber date.
Oh, he's so cute.
Somebody find a camera.
That'll be easy.
We'll have to get Keith on a camera. We'll tell you how to do that. But anyway, I want to send you on two things real quick. I want to give you some quick information, folks. If you just tuned in, what this is we're Net Talk Live. We were a radio show. We're now a TV show. We're a triple cast, which means you hear us on the radio, you see us on TV, and we're broadcast over the internet. We're here to answer your questions about the internet and the World Wide Web. That's just kind of the way it goes, and it's really easy. And thank God for Laura Lewis, because
thank God for me. Goodness gracious.
you know, we get so much email on you, Laura, that talk about that they're just great. I'm glad you're sitting there putting it in simple terms and making all these geeky guys and me sometimes speak in simple terms.
Well, I think I just have that blood pressure thing. Every time it gets complicated, my blood pressure goes up, and I can start saying stop. That's about it.
I just want to let you know,
Thank
Laura,
you.
that we
I
all
appreciate
all
that.
took a vote, and we all love you very much.
Oh.
She brings us back down to earth. 'Cause sometimes we are way out there.
That's it.
I love it, though.
That's her gig to go. Anyway, I want to remind you to go to our webpage. We're giving away a direct PC. But before I do that, I want to take a quick piece of email. I want to take a question here. And Dave, isn't this your email question here? What do we have? Someone from Bill Morgan. Do you have that one?
That's right. Bill Morgan. Now, last week I got to hear this email when I was standing in the hallways, and this time I'm graced on the television. So, Bill Morgan wanted to know where he could find more information about WinSock communication errors. And on the screen now, if you can read the fine print, you can get the URL, but how about I read it to you? This is a tricky one.
Fire away.
It is www.trumpet.com.au/WSK.
And you have this on your computer, huh?
No, I have this memorized.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but yeah, okay, I do have it on the computer.
Start again. What do you got? www.
You know, if I only want to do this twice.
So stop.
I have it up on my screen here, I think, or I will in a second.
Here we go. www.trumpet.com.au/WSK/error, ERRORS/overruns, OVERRUNS.HTM. And since that is so difficult, you could do a Yahoo search on WinSock errors, and you'll be able to surf this out on your own.
So, Dave, what are WinSock errors for our newbies out there?
That's what I was going to ask.
WinSocks are socks that Windows uses to keep its feet warm in the winter.
Okay, I believe that one.
No, socks are sockets. Sure. It's a short name for sockets. Windows uses sockets to get onto the internet using the internet protocol. And let's not get into IP addresses.
And so they just go to this website, and it gives them all the problems you might have with those WinSocks.
The problems with your socks, that's right.
So how many pairs of socks are on this site?
Thousands of socks. And
thousands of pairs.
Thousands of pairs. Okay.
Okay,
Double it.
We'll stop.
That's the place you go to, folks, on the net. You can actually just go to Yahoo and type in WinSock errors and kind of find more. Anyway, I want to tell you how to win a basketball. We have a Dallas Mavericks basketball. It's autographed by every single one of the Dallas Mavericks out there. And here's how you win it. Ready? Write this down. Tomorrow morning, the Norm Hitzges Show right here on 570 KLIF. 7:45, the Norm Hitzges Show tomorrow morning. All you need to know is to call in and have the phrase that pays. Ready for this? This is the phrase that pays to win this fully autographed Dallas Mavericks basketball.
Pregnant pause.
Geeks are great. That's all you need to know. Call in tomorrow morning, 7:45. Geeks are great, and you will win that basketball signed by all of the Dallas Mavericks.
We just did that last week, didn't we?
We did it. We did it last week. We had such a great response in Norm's show that we did another one this week.
Nuts.
And
So
we're going to
it's
send
great.
you on another treasure hunt. You ready to do this? Another treasure hunt. I'm looking for a specific site this time. If you found it earlier, you may find it again. I want to show everybody this. Go to our webpage or go to cityview.com. Remember, the prize hotline is 214-787-1011. That's 214-787-1011. Go to the site on the internet, cityview.com. Look in that site somewhere. Somewhere in that site, make a mad dash rush to it. You're going to find Laura's photograph. We're looking for another one now.
Again.
Another photograph of Laura. If you can be the first caller to 787-1011, tell us where that site is. You're going to win tickets to the Stars versus the Chicago Blackhawks. 2 tickets. You're so close to the ice, you'll get hit with snow cones and blood. if there is a fight. That's how
Sounds
close they
lovely.
are. Ready? You get 2 tickets. That's worth like $82. 2 tickets to the Stars and the Chicago Blackhawks. That's like a big rivalry.
I know.
Find Laura's photograph on the net, on the page that corresponds with that one, and you just read us the address, and if you're the winner, 787-1011, you will win it. And by the way, let's say congratulations to David DeVito in Colleyville. He's the one that won the tickets to Stone Temple Pilots.
All right.
Congratulations. Anyway, let's now go back to Mark Markham, and he's our new web head, and he's going to finish telling us about his hot sites on the net and what he likes, so you can find out a little bit more about him. And I want to remind everyone, you can follow along with Mark and his sites if you go to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. That's www.nettalklive.com. You can follow along with the sites we're talking about. All of them are linked to the page. So, Mark, where'd we leave off?
I ran out of time last time. We left off at Carl and Gary's. Carl and Gary's is a Visual Basic page, and what that means is we just kind of keep up with the latest scripting technologies for ActiveX, which is something we'll get into later again. The next one is Windows95.com. It's my favorite shareware page to keep up with shareware and new versions of software coming out. I also like Forward Star Telegram. It's where I read the newspaper. It's a great paper. They have everything from movies to dinners to even front page stories, pictures, and everything. It's just like buying the paper. War FTP. It's a great one. You got to read it. The guy's got an attitude. I like him. The next one is C.I. Williford and Associates. I like these guys because they're my accountants. They keep me liquid.
You actually put your accountants up on there.
That was very nice.
Isn't that shameless?
So did they give you
I'm almost embarrassed.
Did they give you a discount for the shameless plug on television, radio,
So
and the
far
internet?
away from tax time,
Wait a
too.
minute, wait a minute. Can you use discount and accountant in the same sentence? Can you really do that?
I don't know if you can. Isn't that kind of oxymoronic, I guess?
I've never been that lucky with them, but they do keep me out of trouble. The IRS speaking, of course. And the last one, but definitely my favorite, is called KidsWeb. And I happen to have a few of them little things running around, and we go to KidsWeb and we have lots of fun. My kids ask
you don't
questions.
you don't have a few. You have a basketball team.
Yes, we do. I can court a whole team.
Mark has enough kids to have his very own basketball team, folks. He's a dad, daddy, dad, and dad. And
That's
dad.
right.
I think I got that right, didn't I?
And Papa.
And Papa, that's right.
That's right.
You're a granddad.
Yes, I am.
Well, you look good for 60. Anyway, what else you got?
Thank you very much. Actually, that's all the sites that we have for my favorite sites anyway. Send us your favorite sites.
Yeah,
Interested to see them all.
That's the way to do it. At nettalklive.com. That's markmark.com. Mark Markham. He's the man. He's our new web head. You're going to see him a lot in the show and answer some questions later on. But you know, we're gonna go to the Computer Currents Internet News in a moment. Not yet. Let's take a quick call. Let's go to Mark. This may be for you. Let's go to Kathleen in Farmers Branch.
Hey, Kathleen. Welcome to Net Talk Live tonight.
Hi. I was looking for some resources to find out about Java and CGI scripting.
Well, what you need to do, Kathleen, first is you need to explain to our newbies out there what Java is, other than a cup of coffee.
Well, from what I understand, Java is supposed to be a multi-platform programming language.
Okay. Well, let's go over to Mark Markham, Mr. Webhead. Let's see if we got this right. Kathleen wants the info on Java, and she wants to know how to get more information or more stuff on Java on the net. Is that right, Kathleen?
That's right. I stole a JavaScript to put a banner on my website, and I wanted to know a little bit more about it. It looks an awful lot like C.
Kathleen, do the police know you stole this JavaScript?
They better, because it's the Canine Police page.
This is the Internet cops.
Yeah, well, and like I said, they better, because it's the page for the Texas Canine Police Association.
Oh, okay. So, Mark, where would we send her on the net, Mr. Webhead, to find some info on Java? We got Mark over there. Somebody needs to liven him up.
Hello, there it is.
There you go.
Here, move your lips and I'll try to see what you're saying.
Did you get that, Mark? Mark, you're going to move your lips and John's going to try to
And my lips were moving, but nothing was coming through my ears. Imagine that. Kathleen, hey, that's a great question. I tell you, the best place to find out information is to go to Sun. Or even like John mentioned earlier, go to your favorite search engine and just put in Java. There are thousands and thousands of sites out there that teach Java. You can learn about it. JavaScripting is a little bit different than the Java language. It does look a lot like C++, though.
I have found the fact.
What'd you find there, Dave?
I found a site on Sun, so he was right. It's at java.sun.com/fact2.html.
And that's a good place to do it. So, Mark, what's all the stuff at the Sun site? What would she find there?
Oh, there's tons.
Is there instructional stuff to teach you how to
Yes.
use Java and stuff?
Yes, there is. There's a lot of information there for people that don't understand anything about the internet or anything about Java. You start from the beginning, and you can
Great.
even get the development kit to write Java if you want to.
Explain real quick, Mark, for our newbies out there, what Java is.
Java is a fairly new language that allows your client or your browser or your computer to do things that normally would not be allowed to do.
Like what?
All kinds of things. From
Is it like
scripting
this
to
little
marquees to little applets? They're called applets, actually. Look up applets.
This
You'll
is
learn a
where
lot.
you see this stuff kind of wiggling back and forth or doing what looks kind of like animation type stuff?
Yes, well, sometimes if it's not an animated GIF. A lot of times people confuse the two, but
Yes,
the
like
easy way
me.
to tell is to look at the source code, and it'll tell you JavaScript or Java.
Jovan, one of the coolest Java sites I found was, remember Pac-Man from the 80s?
Uh-huh.
Somebody has written the entire Pac-Man game that you can play in Java. And I don't have the URL, but you can do a Yahoo search for it, and it is pretty slick.
What would you type in? Pac-Man game?
Java Pac-Man.
Java Pac-Man.
That's right. There's also Java Chat, too. You don't even need a chat client anymore. You can just play the games or use
the
chat.
Java detectives.
Well, that's pretty good.
And Kathleen, I think Kathleen, you've called the show before, haven't you?
Yeah, she's called the show before.
I remember that. And also, I wanted to clarify something for our newbies out there. If you are not on the internet, a lot of folks are going onto the net and creating these things called websites or web pages at these websites, excuse me. And the trick is who can get the fanciest looking site, right? But it doesn't take forever to load. Is that true? I mean, I'm trying to sound intelligent here.
This is true.
Is this true?
She is so smart.
Oh, guys, don't make fun of me.
You are.
It's like having a slick brochure on the internet. How about that? That moves.
That's right. Well, it's that time again. It's time for the Computer Currents. It's time now. You're going to see her. You'll see her face in every show. It's time for the Computer Currents Internet News.
Go, girl.
The Net Talk Live Internet News is brought to you by Computer Currents Magazine. Pick up your free copy of Computer Currents at your favorite bookstores, computer stores, selected 7-Elevens, and Valley Total Fitness Centers. I'm Leanne Harriet, editor of Computer Currents Magazine, and here's the news. Is President Clinton really serious? Netscape seems to think so. While not everyone is in favor of Clinton's plan to spend $500 million to get American schools on the net, he does, as of this week, have the support of Netscape and several other technology companies. Dave McClure, an executive director for the Association of Professional Online People, feels that Clinton's idea is a great one, but there is a serious question about where the funding is going to come from. Anyone care to volunteer? This Tuesday, Sega will announce its plans to offer Netlink, a new $200 web browser that will plug into Sega's Saturn, a $200 video game player. The result of the $400 investment on the part of consumers will be a 3-in-1 device that allows users to play games on the internet by themselves or surf the net or play video games against others on the net. Company sources say you can expect to see the new device in March. This week marked the release of Total News, the comprehensive news retrieval site. The site joins the ranks of CNN, USA Today, MSNBC, and Computer Currents as one of the easiest and fastest ways to get breaking news. Next week, musicians will be able to compose and distribute songs easily over the internet. Passport Designs will release a $129 software package that lets musicians display their work and collaborate with other musicians online. And finally tonight, cruising the net should be a lot faster with the recent release of the long-awaited 56K modem that is twice as fast as the 28A. The new modem from US Robotics will save you time downloading files, but the tricky part will be having your internet service provider up to speed. And that's the news. Remember to pick up your free copy of Computer Currents Magazine around town. And check out their website at www.currents.net. For Computer Currents Magazine and Net Talk Live, I'm Leanne Harriet, and now back to Jovan and Laura.
Well, that was a good job. Computer Currents Internet News. It's Leanne. You're going to see her each week. When we come back, we're going to tell you more about winning that $1,000 direct PC satellite system. Laura and I are going to take you to some great sites. And, of course, we've got the Studley, incredible Scott Kelton Jones from the Met giving his cyber report when all of us, your cast, your crew, returns on Net Talk Live.
The latest local sports scores and news when you want it. Call 4 In Touch 24 hours a day at 299-FOX-4.
Monday on Good Day Dallas, a guy who lost 200 pounds.
Amazing but true. Larry North will talk to him, and Larry's going to take your phone calls as well.
We're also going to taste wines from Spain.
And a controversial former FBI agent, Gary Aldrich. He's written a scathing book about Bill and Hillary Clinton.
All that and more Monday on Good Day Dallas.
Worried that someone you know has a drinking problem? Watch for these signs. Lies about drinking. Performs poorly at work. Tries to stop drinking but can't. Avoids family and friends. Accelerates use of alcohol. Suffers memory lapses. Loses control. If you have a problem with alcohol, Charter can help. Call Charter at 1-800-CHARTER. If you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
Mexico, a country of endless spirit and romance. Come, look around. Discover the endless spirit of Mexico. Discover the magnificent colonial city of Oaxaca and the nearby temples of Monte Alban and Mitla. Feel the endless romance of the unspoiled beaches of Huatulco. Come, discover the endless spirit of Mexico. Come to Mexico and begin an endless journey.
It's the world's first triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun. Net Talk is everything you need to know about the internet and how to use it. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio, and sent worldwide on the internet. It's the world's first triple cast. It's Net Talk Live.
Rules are made to protect us, but sometimes they hurt more than they help.
John Bradshaw shows how misguided rules prevented a special child from realizing his dreams and a husband from comforting his ailing wife.
You were a sexual threat to them.
Best-selling author, lecturer, counselor John Bradshaw brings his unique perspective to a brand new talk show.
When rules don't make sense, the sensible thing is to change them.
Make a difference in your life on the next Bradshaw Difference.
Monday at noon on Hot TV 27.
The information you need when you want it. Call Internet America's 4 In Touch at 299-FOX-4. The latest news, sports, and weather reports. Free, 24 hours a day. Last night's lottery numbers, today's horoscopes, or the interactive town center when you want it. Call Internet America's 4 In Touch at 299-FOX-4. Sponsored by 1-800-BE-A-GEEK Internet America.
It's the world's first live triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. Sponsored in part by Downlink Technologies 2, North Texas's premier distributor and installer of DirectPC. Don't settle for the information highway when you can have the information Autobahn. DirectPC, it's the internet, just 28 times faster. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call.
KLIF. It's an AM station, one of the top talk stations in the Dallas area, Dallas-Fort Worth area. In addition, we are broadcasting to everybody worldwide over the internet on something called AudioNet, and it's kind of cool. We've had people as far away as England, even further. I don't have the list.
China and Taiwan. We've had some pretty interesting people tuning in.
It's really been fun. It's really an interesting thing. And wow, when we first started doing the show back in February, just on radio and over AudioNet, it was incredible that we actually were getting these messages from people and questions from Spain and England and as far away as I don't know if we've got the Orient yet or not, but I know they're tuning in. We just haven't communicated with anybody over there.
I don't think they could understand us.
Well, it's just really a cool thing, I think, don't you? I mean, even some guy in Germany is like, send me a T-shirt. I want a T-shirt.
Yeah, he wanted a T-shirt. And by the
Right.
way, for those of you that sent in your email to qualify you for a T-shirt, I think we actually look at a proof of some of those shirts tomorrow in designs.
Great.
And they're going to go out soon. And don't forget, you can go to our webpage at nettalklive.com. That's www.nettalklive.com. Go to our new website, designed by our webheads, and click the Direct PC button and fill out the information to get into this contest to win a Direct PC. When do we give it out, Laura? Is it November 4th?
I don't know.
I think it's November 4th.
I just come along.
3 weeks from now, November 3rd. 3 weeks from now, November 3rd, we give away the Direct PC.
Great.
And so you get to submit and be in a random drawing with email, and that's kind of how you do it. Let's take a quick call here. Let's go to, on the 800 line, Rob in Carlsbad, California.
Hey, Rob. Welcome to Net Talk Live tonight.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Jovan. I'm sorry I'm not from Spain, England, or Taiwan. But
That's okay. Rob, can you at least fake the accent for us?
Let's see. England.
There you go.
Good sport.
Very good. So what can we do for you, Rob?
Okay, now, I hope that I can explain this question. The other night, I'm a Windows 3.1 user. No, I have not upgraded yet. We had a little crash and burn, and because of that, I reinstalled Windows, and now I got a problem. Any program that I try and install that uses the Install Shield Wizard, are you familiar with that? Like Netscape uses it, and Shockwave uses it. And a bunch of-
Okay.
Anyway, it won't let me install. It'll like start. It'll say, and I end up getting a message saying can't extract the files. It's like, contact your software vendor, and it ain't so. I just downloaded a brand new copy of Netscape to give it the benefit of the doubt. It'll start to extract the files, and then it'll just freeze.
Say, Rob.
Well, let me throw you over to PC Man. John, how would we answer this for Rob?
Well, this is just a theory, I guess. How much free disk space do you have?
Gosh, a bunch.
I mean, you know that you've looked and recently. And
Yes.
Because those programs with the Install Shield, they won't install if it decides you don't have enough web space.
Oh no, I've got plenty of hard drive space, so that shouldn't be an issue.
But free. I mean, it's not filled up.
No, it is not.
Okay, well, Gadget Guy's going to take a stab at it.
Well, let's say, okay, Dave, how can we help Rob out? What would you suggest?
Here's my shot in the dark. How about a fragmented hard drive?
I don't know.
I hate it when my hard drive does that.
So what he needs to do is defrag the hard drive.
That's right. Microsoft gives us a utility to do that called defrag from DOS.
Okay,
just type
so
defrag.
From the DOS prompt, I would just type defrag?
Yeah, DEFRAG.
Okay, do we have to use any any switches?
No, it's menu driven. So it'll prompt you for what you want to do is optimize the hard disk.
So just try that out. So thanks for your call, Rob. We appreciate it.
And thank you, Laura.
Thank you very
a lot.
much, Rob. Bye-bye.
So, Dave, what does defrag do real quick?
Hard drives are interesting beasts. The more you use them, the more files get spread out across them. So what defrag does is put everything in order. So it makes Windows operate much faster.
And it's kind of fun. Norton Disk Doctor is kind of a real fun one to see it go through the process. A little animated little guy there going through the files.
If you like watching grass grow and
I love
haircuts,
that.
then
I
you'd love
loved it.
watching a disk defragment.
Well, I did, Dave. Actually, it was quite entertaining the first time I saw it.
The first time's always the best. Wait a minute.
I guess she's the newbie, so.
Anyway,
Made me
let's see.
choke.
As
I was drinking my water there when he said that. And that actually made me choke.
Our telephone numbers are 787-1570.
And Jovan, my first night, I hope I don't kill you.
No, I'm sitting there taking a drink. You still got me joking.
Okay, should I take over now?
Why don't let me take over? I'll run the show here.
There you go. He's new to the show and he's taking over.
The first day, Dave comes in and just destroys it.
Well, I guess that's good. Let's see who we're going to take. Let's go to... You know what? I'm not going to take a call real quick because we've got about 30 seconds left before we go to the next break. I want to remind people to go to our homepage. It's at www.nettalklive.com and fill out the form to win a Direct PC satellite. But let's turn the camera at Scott Kelton Jones coming up next.
There he is.
He's setting and primed, waiting in his seat. It is Mr. Scott Kelton Jones coming up next with the Met and doing his cyber report. There he is. He's going to be doing it when we come back on Net Talk Live.
on the next Geraldo Rivera Show.
It sounds too outrageous to believe, like the plot of some far-fetched Hollywood thriller, but is the CIA selling crack? In some of our nation's most drug-infested neighborhoods, it's not such a far-fetched notion at all. Think of all the innocent lives destroyed by crack. Ask yourselves, could our own government have been involved in this? We'll try to get to the bottom of the connection between crack and the CIA. We'll do that on the next Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at 1 on Hot TV 27. Hot TV asks, do you know which witch? Which witch flies on a big brown broom? Which witch drives a big ugly tank? Which witch casts a spell with the twitch of her nose? Which witch downs brew when things get rough? Which witch has a meddling mother? Which witch is the meddling mother? Two witches, a bag full of tricks. A double dose of Mama's Family brewed around Bewitched. Weeknights at 5 on KDFI Hot TV 27.
Change your dial, you'll change your life.
Good morning. Hi, this is Kevin McCarthy on 570 KLIF, home of the Talk Team. Have you heard? If you change your dial, you'll change.
570 KLIF, the Talk Team.
What's hot tomorrow? Hot TV. On Hot TV 27. Tomorrow night at 7 on Poltergeist the Legacy. A man from the Dark Ages turns up, and it's up to the legacy to find out why. Then at 8, Ryan sets evil spirits free while researching a crime. And it's up to Mitch to help her send them back on Baywatch Nights tomorrow night at 8. If it's hot, you've got to watch. Hot TV 27 tomorrow night. Dallas Stars Hockey. Cold ice. Cool game. Hot TV 27.
Wednesday night at 6:30, Pat Verbeek is red hot, and the Red Wings will feel his heat when the Stars burn a trail to Detroit. The Dallas Stars are ready for the Detroit Red Wings.
Are you ready for Stars Hockey?
Wednesday night at 6:30, it's Dallas Stars Hockey. Cold ice, cool game. Hot TV 27.
Hi, Mike. What are you reading?
Well, something of pro sports.
Mike, the library's closing.
Already?
The more you read, the more you score, like a trip to Disney World and savings bonds for college. Compliments of your local Lincoln Mercury dealers that continue to be a proud sponsor of Read for the Stars. Visit them today for more information.
It's the world's first live triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with Cyber Babe and your co-host Laura Lewis. PC Man, John Stewart. Gadget Guy, Dave Matthews. Web Freak, Phil Harvey. Internet News Reporter, Leanne Harriet. Cyber reporter Scott Kelton Jones, and your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communication superstore. Communication Expo, sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world. Visit us on the World Wide Web at currents.net. Sponsored in part by cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at cityview.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call.
Over the music bed the entire way through.
That would be interesting to kind of try that out, don't you think?
Yeah.
Jeff's shaking his head. Jeff knows it.
Continuous.
And we'll
They'll
just
say
continuous
playing that music.
Continuous rock and roll. Anyway, right here it's continuous internet is what we're talking about.
Net Talk Live.
It's on Net Talk Live, and you can send us email at nettalk@nettalklive.com. Send us your email. You may even put you as a guest on the show if it's a pretty interesting email. You can give us a call 787-1570 or 800-583-1570. We apologize. The lines are always busy because we have a lot of net heads following along with the show. I'd like to say hi to all the people at the Gap that greeted us the other day and said hey.
Howdy.
Isn't that great?
Right. That's great.
Anyway, we've got an email question here we're going to answer real quick. It came from Peter Petrick. And he's asking a question here in email. It says, I've heard of a website that runs a program through your web page, meaning your own web page, and it gives you all of your misspelled words within a website. However, I cannot seem to find the address of this website. Would you happen to know the URL, which is the address on the web, of course? It says, thank you for your help. That's from Peter Petrick.
Petrick? He picked a peck of pickled peppers. I couldn't resist on that one. Peter Petrick? Stop.
I'm sorry.
I'm leaving.
I just had to do that.
This is like, you know.
I think a hyena got in the studio.
That was pretty good. I like that.
Anyway,
Laura,
I just tried to contribute with my own little humor.
That was pretty spontaneous. I
know.
That. Oh, come on now. You can't be mad at me.
Anyway,
that was pretty funny.
Scott Kelton-Jones is coming up next.
Of course, quit changing the subject. Anyway, that question, he wants to know if you got a spell checker for a website. You know, Laura, you ever gone to a website and find misspellings?
Yes.
It's pretty irritating.
It really is.
It's actually pretty irritating when people do that. But let's go to our own webhead. Let's go over to Mark Markham while Laura's going to give me faces while we switch to him. Mark, how would you answer that, buddy? She's going to beat me up as soon as the camera comes to you, I swear.
I don't think I'm going to scream. I know that. Actually, you know, it's funny. I read this wrong earlier, and we spent about 45 minutes looking for a spell checker for a web page, and then it dawned on me about 5 minutes ago, I know what this is. I've done this before. Actually, there is an URL that you can send, you can go to. And
an URL?
Yes.
A URL?
Yes, ma'am. A universal resource locator that you can go to and type in your URL, and it will come and check your site for you and check for spelling errors and so forth and give you a little report. And I have right now an assistant who is frantically finding the address for that. I believe it's called like PC Doctor or Web Doctor or Dr. Web. I know there's a link to it on the www.ora.com for O'Reilly & Associates, but we will get the URL and I will get this to you before this is over with.
That's great.
Now, you should find it for one other reason. And that's because of our cast website.
That's right.
I didn't know that Cyber Babe was spelled with 2 R's.
Yeah, we did that. We actually we did that on purpose so we could actually trademark Cyber Babe.
That's right.
And Cyber Host, so we did it with 2 R's instead of ER. There you go, Mr. Dave, gadget guy. There you go. Stick to gadgets instead of trademarks, will you? Okay.
I just want to hear. I've got to hear a purr, the grr now.
Leave my spelling alone. It was just fine.
And there you go, Laura. You know, you heard him call it an URL.
Yes, that's right. I had not heard that before. URL, that's geek speak for a URL, which is simply the name for your location on the internet, correct?
Like ours, like www.nettalklive.com.
That's right.
And that's URL.
That's right. URL. It's a Texas URL.
I love it.
URL, Uniform Resource Locator. Speaking of locating, it's time for us to locate our own cyber reporter from the Met, Mr. Scott Kelton-Jones.
Did you say lactating?
You know, Scott, that music just fits you.
Oh, yeah. Just like that opening. Oh, boy, isn't that sweet. Be still my heart.
We had to show off your tood there, man. You know how it
thanks.
goes.
Yeah.
What you got for us today?
Well, basically, I've heard Laura earlier talking about, her favorite segment of the show was mine, which is not surprising. And this one is going to be a doozy, and she's going to be so happy that she, is in my favor after we get done with this one. For those of you who happen to watch Howard Stern here in town, you might have heard this ad, or not watch him, listen to him. You might have heard an advertisement for the most horribly horrific game in America and blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. Well, that game happens to be called Harvester, and it's made by a company here in town called DigiFX, and it's put out by a company called Merit. And this game is a doozy. Let me tell you, this is no Pong. If you know what I mean, this is going to be some serious, serious gore. Basically, you wake up in this David Lynchian nightmare, and we've been playing this game at the office, basically, so there's misspelled words in the Met. Go figure. And basically, you wake up in this town, this David Lynchian-type town, where everything seems okay, maybe hyper-normal, hyper-real, and then suddenly you start seeing strange things like your girlfriend and she doesn't have any clothes on.
Oh, God.
You know, she's changing clothes. You're looking through the bathroom wall at her, and she's like, you know, kind of naked. Everybody's acting kind of weird and stuff. And, you know, you look at, you know, you have a baby sister. You look at her. So there, see? Oh, ho, ho, ho. That's right. A little live-action video there of her getting dressed. And then, like, say you meet your sister.
I'm so glad you're in the second hour, Scott. I'm just
What, not ready
so
for prime time? And then, like, you take a look over at the crib, and you want to look at your sister, and you're going, what's going on here? Is that a tarantula crawling in her mouth? Is that a wasp on her head? What in the heck is going on here? So you go touring through the little town of Harvest, population 51, a little small town out in the middle of Midwest America, and you come across the Colonel. Now, the Colonel has no legs. He's walking around on his feet or on his arms, supported up, and he's got the bomb right there behind him. Those are nuclear missiles. And you're going, what in the heck is going on? Well, guess what? This is a nightmare gone crazy. And you end up going to the lodge, which is this spooky place, kind of, you know, freaky-deaky type thing. And you wander around, and you, like, in eyeballs and all kinds of stuff. There's, like, you know, there you are walking around, and you got little eyeballs looking at you, and then you're, you know, giant sphincters, which, you know, I'm sure Jovan's happy about that, that you walk through. And basically the whole purpose of this, I'm stalling at getting to the fact that this game is horrifically violent. And that's right, you can shotgun your mother, you can beat the paper boy with a wrench, and all in the name of good old-fashioned fun. That's role-playing today.
This is a game? This is a game?
This is a game called Harvester. And we can cut back over here. This is what it looks like. Ooh, bad glare.
Bad glare.
And, you know, you say, oh, this doesn't sound terribly exciting. Oh, believe me. Naked people, shotgunning mothers, come on.
Oh, God, Scott.
Am I the
I'm
only
glad
person
the show's on Sunday night.
Next time I'm going to say a disclaimer.
Yeah, and so you walk through this town, there's like firemen, and they're like,
Hey,
you know,
Scott,
flamers.
where can we get a copy?
Hey, I got one right here.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Nice.
PC Man, you'll have to try that out for us and let us know if it's pretty good.
And actually, this game, seriously, this game is, it's been, for 2 years, it's supposed to have been the hottest thing on the market. It's been vaporware up till this point. And the game is not probably most state-of-the-art when it comes to interface, but it's basically a typical role-playing type game where you would walk through and solve problems. But there are little weird video clips, and it is a very strange scenario where you have all kinds of odd things happening.
Buy it before it's banned.
That's right. It's one of those things where it's selling out places. I think Germany, you know, as if Germany has no history of doing bad things. And Germany's banned the thing, and but basically this game is it's a lot funner than it probably sounds right here with me rattling on about it. But we've been taking up our time at the Met doing that, and basically it's pretty fun. And
okay.
And if you go to that website, the Harvester website, there's cheat codes. It gives you like God mode, so you can run around and kill everybody and don't get in trouble. It's really pretty neat.
That's pretty good. So Scott, let's tell everybody where they can get their own copy of the Met, my friend.
The Met? Oh well, I guess if you're interested in that, and not killing people. La Madeleine, Best Buys, all over town in Dallas. It's the Met. Also, you can go to the themet.net URL. That's where our website is. Oh, don't go there right now. We've been playing Harvester. It's not really up to date right now.
Uh-oh.
I was going to ask that. How up to date is it now?
But and you'll go, what is a Met? My God, if this guy's this entertaining, I want to read about it every week. Here's what a Met looks like. Let's see. And it's a little rag, and we put it out around town, about 1,300 locations, and you should pick it up because that's what our advertisers want you to do. And I get to stay employed. It's kind of cool.
That's our man, our very own, Scott, Mr. Kelton Jones. Scott, you are a card, man. You are absolutely a card.
Too much.
And by the way, Scott did his own opening. No. Yeah, right. Laura, let's take a call. Let's go to, let's go to Tom in Dallas.
Hey, Tom. Welcome to Net Talk Live this evening.
Howdy. How's it going?
Just great. Thank you.
My question is, even though I'm just visiting here in Dallas, I live in Hawaii, and we seem to be out of the mainstream for some of these satellite transmissions. We can't, get the direct TV and things of this sort. I'm wondering if we're able to get the transmission with this direct PC.
In Hawaii, that's a real interesting question, Laura. You know, with the direct PC, you use your existing internet connection. If you've got a direct connection to the internet with an ISP, that's what you use. But what it does is it goes through your ISP to make the request, and then it sends it back via satellite to another satellite that's now hooked to your computer to make it super super, super fast. So let's go over to our gadget guy, since this is a gadget. So Dave, will Direct PC work in Hawaii?
This was a very good question. I could not find a fact that said it specifically would, but I did find a map of the United States, and if we go to it, you can see that it does hit Hawaii. Now, Tom, I normally don't make this proposition, but I will go to Hawaii with you to try and set this up, and I'll let you know firsthand if it works. But yeah, it does look like it should work in Hawaii. You'll be okay.
Well, Tom, you should be fine in Hawaii. You know, just do. There's a link. There's a link on our webpage. There is a link on our webpage when you click to Direct PC, where you can go directly to their site. And you can find out information. So, Tom, try it out and let us know what you think.
I'll do that.
We appreciate it, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
You know,
Tom.
this Direct PC satellite stuff, I think, is really going to take off. And, you know, we did it. I don't know if we're going to be ready to do one of these, but I downloaded Internet Explorer. You know, Internet Explorer is now kind of becoming the browser of choice. It's beating Netscape. And it normally takes on a regular modem, Laura. You know, these people that want to download stuff, it can take like an hour and a half to download it to their computer. And you were there. You watched me do it, hit a few keystrokes with Direct PC, and it did it in 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
Right. It was amazing.
I mean, that is absolutely...
I had that little bar. It showed how fast it loaded.
Yeah,
it
just kind of went real quick. And I mean, I've sat in buildings with a 10 meg connection. We're talking a big pipeline connection. You get really spoiled on speed real fast when these pages load up. And this Direct PC is like 28 times faster than the average modem out there. It really loads this stuff up super quick.
Right, I know.
So when we come back, we're going to tell you again how to win a Direct PC. Don't forget to go to cityview.com. We're still having another, should we say, trivia hunt for Laura's Face at cityview.com. It's worth 2 tickets to the Stars Chicago Blackhawks hockey game. And when we come back, we're going to try to take some more questions. We got people from Cedar Hill, Irving, Dallas, and Colleyville holding. We will be right back with Net Talk Live.
On the next heat of the night.
Got 2 people shot at the Cross County Roadhouse.
Never ends.
Another senseless crime.
2 people for $90.
Has Althea troubled.
What are we doing here?
Asking for a better life.
Your eyes look red.
It's nothing.
For her family.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave.
In the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
Some fans think hockey comes naturally to Mike Madonna. The fact is, it took a lifetime of commitment, years of hard work, and countless practice shots.
Cold ice, cool game, hot TV.
Is this in my contract?
The hottest shot is Stars Hockey on Hot TV 27.
Now, after you've finished an ice-cold Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper, chill out at a Dallas Stars hockey game. Take any Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper can to the Reunion Arena box office. Get $5 off all November home games. Cold ice, cool game, hot TV. $5 off great hockey action. Brought to you by Hot TV 27, Fox 4, the Dr. Pepper Bottling Company of Texas, WBAP News Talk 820, and KPLEX. Call 214-GO-STARS for more information. The information you need when you want it. Call Internet America's 4 in Touch at 299-FOX-4. The latest news, sports, and weather reports. Free, 24 hours a day. Last night's lottery numbers, today's horoscopes, or the interactive town center when you want it. Call Internet America's 4 in Touch at 299-FOX-4. Sponsored by 1-800-BE-A-GEEK Internet America.
CJ Parker. She's got what it takes to light the beach on fire. Catch her this season in all new episodes of Baywatch. Do you have what it takes? Enter the Baywatch Search Contest and find out. 26 finalists will appear in a Baywatch episode, and 1 will win our grand prize, a featured role in a Baywatch music video and a modeling contract from John Robert Powers. To sign up, just register at a nearby Glamour Shots location or call toll-free 1-888-41-MODEL for details.
The Dallas Cowboys are going to make fried fish out of the Miami Dolphins.
And you're invited to the cook-off.
Before the game, Fox 4 hooks an inside look on how the Cowboys plan to bake the Dolphins.
And since Florida's my old stomping ground, I've got home field advantage.
You won't want to miss Barry and Jimmy head-to-head.
And me, reeling in the big kicks.
It's Showdown in South Florida with Mike Ducey, Saturday at 6 on Hot TV 27.
IF. It's the world's first live triple cast. It's Net Talk Live. Sponsored in part by Downlink Technologies 2, North Texas's premier distributor and installer of DirectPC. Don't settle for the information highway when you can have the information Autobahn. DirectPC, it's the internet, just 28 times faster. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call.
Well, we're headed out on the highway, folks. There they go. All the phone lines are lit up. That's the way it goes here on Net Talk Live, right, Laura?
That's right.
It kind of gets packed real quick, so you got to participate.
It's a popular subject.
It is a popular subject.
Growing like mad.
The net is absolutely fantastic. Let's get into the mad dash here right at the end of the show. Let's go to Michelle and Irving.
Hi. Hey, Michelle. Welcome to Net Talk Live.
Hi. I have a question about using... Oh, God, I've been on hold so long, I can't even remember what I was calling for. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I think they buzzed in. They kind of tell me they were setting up how to set up networks for dial-up, right?
Yes, that's it. I have...
Thank God for those little birds that can chirp in our ears, right?
The guy on the phone. I have a network connection via TCP/IP to my office for a remote access dial-up. As well, I have one to Internet America for my access provider at home.
Right.
And every time I want to switch one to the other, I have to go in and change all the TCP/IP settings on my dial-up adapter.
Right.
And I want to know how to do that to have multiple TCP/IP settings. And I'm wondering if that's possible.
To make it easier, right? Instead of changing it all. Well, let's go over to PC Man John Stewart. John, how would you answer this for Michelle? Is it even possible?
It's possible, but unfortunately, PC Man doesn't have the knowledge at the moment to tell her how to do that. But I think Gadget Guy does.
Let's go over to Gadget Guy, or he may have set him up.
I'm going to lie about how to do this. PPP is a protocol which will set up TCP/IP for you automatically. So what you need to do is set up a PPP dial-in or talk to whoever you get your internet from, and all you need to do is change your phone number and your password, and that'll take care of the rest for you.
And that should do it. So she should be able to call. What you need to do, Michelle, is just call technical support at Internet America. They should be able to help you out, and you can make it a lot faster. Let's take another call. Let's go to John in Dallas.
Hey, John in Dallas. Welcome to the show this evening.
Hi.
Hey, John.
I've got a Macintosh SE.
Okay.
And I want to get on the internet. How do I do that?
Oh, it's a Mac question. Who's gonna dive out here for a Mac question? Let's go over to Gadget Guy, Dave.
You know, I'm on a roll, so let's just do it again.
Okay.
The latest Macintosh operating system has a TCP/IP pack, and that's the protocol you need to get on the net. So either get a TCP/IP add-on for what you currently have, or pick up the new OS, and it's built in.
And that's a Mac SE. Is that a older Mac?
Yeah, it's about 8 years old, and I've got System 7 on there right now.
Okay, I think 7.5, and I'm not a Mac head, but I believe that's the number you need to get on the net.
Well, 7.5 won't run on this Mac.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What does he
Time
do?
to buy a computer.
We've had this question before. The SE, you can't put it on the internet.
Oh, you can't put the SE?
No.
Well, my father has a Mac Classic, and I got a 14.4 modem, and I got the America Online disk, and I threw it in there, and we got on.
Well, that's America Online.
But then from there, we can click on the browser, and then we can go on the internet from there.
Right. I think that's a valid point. A true internet connection will let you do things like video conferencing, internet phone, et cetera, et cetera. If you use a CompuServe or America Online disk, you can do the basic web browsing. So that looks like it's your easy way to get an older machine onto the internet.
That's probably the best way to do it. You know what we're going to do, guys, is we've got to put, Laura, all these Mac people, we got to put a Mac, is the right word, constituency on the show.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to have a person that can really answer those Mac questions because they're
right.
out there. Well, here we come up to the end of the show again, and I want to thank Rena and Mike on our cameras. They're actually the people that kind of make this work being on. Rena, kind of give them a wave right here.
Rena, come down.
Come on, you can lean down right here. Come on, you can lean right here.
She's being shy.
She's being shy on camera.
She didn't
and
want
then
to
Brandon
move.
and Natalie and Keith and Coy and Bill Brady. Of course, Bill's the one that rigs up all the stuff and makes it happen. And then, of course, we definitely have to thank Jeff Williams, who is our board op that makes it all kind of happen there in master control. He's the one that makes it happen, And then, of course, we can't forget Kurt Boxdorfer, who directs the thing. He's the one that switches all this stuff that you can't kind of see behind the screens.
Thanks to Rebecca Huff, who did makeup today.
Yeah,
by the
Rebecca
way.
did makeup. And Scott Kelton-Jones, here it is, another show. Thanks, man. Good job.
Thanks to Rebecca, I look and feel so pretty.
Yeah, we got Scott.
I'm a ventriloquist now.
And of course we've got
I might be coming out.
We've got our web head, of course, Mark Markham. So Mark, welcome to the show, man. We'll have a lot of fun with you in the future, and of course the new gadget guy, Dave Matthews. Dave, what'd you think, Dave? Did you have a lot of fun?
I had a lot of fun, and hopefully people now will not ask me.
I love your band.
Yeah. Okay. See, I should not have said anything.
Dave Matthews, you got set up, man.
That's right. 2 T's for him, just 1 for me.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it goes. And we got some interesting gadget stuff coming up with you. And of course, there's always PC man John Stewart, the old reliable, dependable man that's made it happen for so long. John, here we come to a close of another show.
Gee, I feel old. Thanks.
You kind of know how it goes. And Laura, I mean, it's real interesting. You want to do a segment?
Yeah, coming up, I promise, for all our new folks out there, if you've tuned in, you hung out with us, and you still don't know what the heck we're talking about, I want to do a couple newbie segments next week on netiquette.
There's 2 different things,
etiquette.
right?
Well,
in etiquette, isn't it like words and things you shouldn't do, and then like the symbols that mean
there's
stuff?
like symbols, smileys, acronyms, those kind of things. We'll just throw those out at you so you kind of know what's going on.
You know, we get a lot of questions about that, about what should or shouldn't you do on the net and different stuff like that.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to Mike and DeSoto, Keith and Mesquite, John and Dallas, and Mickey and Colleyville, unfortunately. But that's kind of the way it goes. It kind of wraps up. It comes to the end of the show here, and it's kind of the way that it happens. And I want to remind people, remember, send us your email, nettalk@nettalklive.com. We'll try to get your questions on the air if you can't get to the phone lines. And don't forget about Direct PC. Let's show them our homepage again. Go to www.nettalklive.com. That's nettalklive.com. Click on Direct PC. You might win a $1,000 Direct PC satellite system. All you have to do is fill in your name and information, send it to us, and on November 3rd, a few Sundays away, we're going to be giving it away, and you could win a $1,000 Direct PC. Go to cityview.com, find Laura's face, and you can win hockey tickets. We had a great time. This is your show. We love you, and we will see you next Sunday, 10 to midnight. Thanks a lot.
This has been Net Talk Live. Net Talk Live is a presentation of AudioNet, the broadcast network on the Internet. 570 KLIF, home of the Talk Team, and Hot TV KDFI, Channel 27. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communications superstore. Sponsored in part by Computer Currents Magazine, your source for computing in the real world. And cityview.com, your local information and entertainment source. Show opens and graphics courtesy of Blue Cactus Post, the Southwest premier post-production facility located at the studios at Las Colinas. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call. This is Net Talk, the world's first triple cast. Net Talk is everything you need to know about the Internet and how to use it. Tell your friends about Net Talk, and we'll see you again next week. Net Talk Live is owned and produced by Infotainment Telepictures.
What's
with the sun? Always hurt the one you love. I want him. If I hit you good, you can't recall. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I love you most of all.
Monday at 10 on Hot TV 27.
A child's picture of the holidays shouldn't include lung disease. Yet over 4 million children live with the threat of asthma attacks. Support this year's Christmas Seal campaign and help the American Lung Association. Because when you can't breathe, nothing else matters.
Catch the Dallas Stars on Hot TV 27.
Live from Dallas, Texas, it's the world's first live triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with Cyber Babe and your co-host Laura Lewis. Gadget Guy Dave Matthews.